Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. I'm just a lady with a bulldog, a camera, and too many opinions. My name is also Chelsea. You know that. I know that. Wiggum knows that. He's trying to sleep in the love sack. And the baby's asleep. So it is time for a much overdue, much needed Tranzact card update because guess what? RIP to Tranzact card. She is no more. She had a great run. And by great run, I mean she never actually launched or got up and running. She's gone. She left us. She went too soon. Only the good ones die young. If only that were true. So the actual fact of the matter is that it seems as though Tranzact card is being a phoenix, so to speak, and dying, and then from the ashes is coming Finmore. It's the exact same thing, essentially, in my opinion, and from what I have seen from the actual company and the reps themselves. And it's the same thing, just a different name. Hubs and I are going on a date tonight. Baby's asleep. I need to do my hair so that I am not late for the date. So that's what we're doing right now. I'm gonna get ready real quick, just something simple, and we're gonna go over these updates. Hi friends, you need to protect yourself on the interwebs, okay? There are crazies out there who will not only get your information, but sell it to other crazies, and they could steal your identity, hack you, possibly hurt you, find you. The options are truly endless and spooky. So that's why the sponsor of this video would like to give you a 2-week free trial through my link in the description box below to help with your internet safety overall. And the sponsor of this video obviously is Aura. Aura can easily protect you online and do all of that hard work for you. Data brokers will sell your information to scammers, spammers, and anyone else who wants to target you. Your full name, your email, your home addresses, your health records, your relatives, it is all out there. And I actually just adjusted my Aura dashboard and I added in my husband's information too, because obviously we live together. So I want to make sure that people aren't finding his stuff as well and potentially putting me, him, and or this little perfect gremlin in danger. And actually, since doing the Girl Defined deep dive that I did, and also since doing other research that I've been doing lately for my videos this year and late last year too, a lot of times what I will do, y'all know, is buy these scammy courses, these things that these influencers, these scammers are selling, promoting, whatever, so I can take them and actually tell you if it's a scam or not. Plot twist. Usually is. Surprise, surprise. Well, ever since taking Bethany Beal's course, I have received, I'm not joking and I'm not exaggerating, so many spam emails to this one other specific email that I only used for that specific course. So I'm pretty sure she's out here, like some people will do, allegedly, taking the information and selling it. You got to read the fine print. I did not, but obviously. Thank goodness I have Aura to protect me. Thank God. So since doing all of that, I wanted to triple check and I added in a bunch more information into my dashboard so that they're monitoring more of my information. And I had them do a check. They found lots of stuff and thank goodness they go ahead and have it resolved and remove my information from these websites. Here's a screenshot of all of the websites this information was on. I was truly spooked. But thank goodness with just a click of a button, they do it for you and it is awesome. They will run those routine checks. You can have them scheduled. It is so much easier and really just helps me feel at ease. Thank goodness. Cleaning up my information online not only helps me reduce the amount of spam that I get, but it protects me from hackers that could use this information to help them access my social media accounts, my bank accounts, sensitive information, etc. Aura also does much more than just protect me and my family online from threats that I can't see. They have VPN, password management, parental controls, identity theft insurance, and more. And you can get everything at one affordable price and everything is in one app. You don't have to use a bunch of different apps. I not only like to teach you all about red flags, but your safety, your sanity, and your privacy is important to me as well, as mine is very important to me and to us as well. So stop data brokers and these spooky internet scammers and spammers and all that from getting your information and selling your information on the interwebs. Let's secure that digital footprint of yours. And through that link below, let Aura do that hard work for you. Get a 2-week free trial with them. You will be very surprised, just like I was last week when I updated all of my information on there too. And thank you again, Aura, for sponsoring this video and keeping mi familia safe. Okay, so first and foremost, as y'all know, I've been covering Tranzact card quite a lot, and so have a couple other YouTubers pretty consistently, including Platinum Chelsea and Julie Anderson. Julie Anderson is amazing. She's been pretty on top of all of this. She's just truly the best, and everyone should strive to be when it comes to like expose content, personally, in my opinion. And she's real funny and nice. Anyways, so one thing I thought was really interesting is that on the Tranzact card site, I screenshotted this today. It's quite recent. It says at the very bottom, you know, where their fine print is, it says the presentation contains forward-looking information, and there are no guarantees that the company's development of business projects and contractual relationships will materialize as projected. Excuse me? Absolutely crazy. Like, so essentially they are selling something that does not exist, and they're just like, hey, we put it in the fine print, so therefore you can't get mad at us that it doesn't exist because we told you in our fine print in a font that almost blends into the thing. So there's that. And then we have some updates from everyone's favorite over at Behind MLM. He's the best. And his post on this was from this morning, actually. And it says, Finmore is literally a Tranzact card copy and paste. Despite denials by distributors, evidence suggests Finmore is literally a copy and paste reboot of Tranzact card. So far, I've heard 2 cover-ups with respect to Finmore just being Tranzact card. We needed a new name to dupe banks, basically, which is crazy. Shortly after Behind MLM covered Tranzact card's collapse, we had a distributor claim that Finmore was a merger. This is wild, and Oz from Behind MLM goes on to say that, like, well, Finmore was literally, like, kind of not a company prior to this, and it doesn't seem like it's a merger, rather a rebranding. And it's pretty wild because the Richard Smith, was that the one, or was it Peter Rancy that was sketchy? Either way, one of the co-founders, the one that like left the company because people were being like, hey, you were charged for defrauding people of like millions of dollars and running 2 Ponzi schemes. What are you doing? Like, you can't be associated with this company, or shouldn't be associated with any company. It's wild. The crazy thing is that this company and the rebranding and all that is basically the exact same thing that happened with one of the last companies that he started. They had like no progression. They didn't have the cards. They didn't have like the promises that or the products, the services, anything like that. And that's still happening with Tranzact card or Finmore as well. So it's truly wild. All of my videos from here on out are regarding this company is going to say like Tranzact card / Finmore. Just so you know, so that we don't let them try to bamboozle people. So crazy. Anyway, so it says, long story short, Finmore didn't exist until about a week ago, so pretending it is some existing third-party entity that merged with Tranzact card is silly. The second cover-up story came from Randy Schroeder, who claims Finmore is licensing technology from Tranzact card. So like a buyout or something? That doesn't really make sense either. But this guy did a live stream to try to explain this. And here are some timestamps here. And it says, it is absolutely the fact that Richard Smith, the scammer, said some things which I repeated, wound up not being accurate. I own that. I don't blame Richard for that, but the man lied. How do you not blame him for lies? So then he's going on to just quote like what people had said to him or something like that. And then he says that he cannot tell you how much he wishes that like this picture of what the company is supposed to be was going to be true and accurate. He said, we now know as an entire organization, this is not accurate and correct and true picture. And then he says that Richard Smith was never a part of Finmore, and now we're like completely separated. And it's like, it's the same company, just rebranded. Like, what are you people doing? Like, well, how do you not see that this is such a scam? Like, it's not different. Whoever owns Finmore, the new company, has not been like, that hasn't been made clear. Like, they still are not being transparent about all of this. And with everything, basically, it's a copy and paste, and they're trying to say that it is different and it's going to be different. But the only thing different is apparently the name, which is super strange. So I don't know why they're trying to act like it's different, because it's not. Oz went on to say, for Richard Smith not to be involved in Finmore, presumably the Tranzact card DBO database was sold to persons unknown. Firstly, why are they unknown? And secondly, why did this happen without the consent of Tranzact cards DBOs? Yeah, if you're a digital branch owner, shouldn't you have some say in like what's happening? No, of course you don't, because you're not actually a digital branch owner. You own nothing. Alternatively, if Finmore is in fact just Tranzact card with a different name, stating otherwise is a continuation of the admitted deception Richard Smith started when Tranzact card launched. As it stands, there is absolutely nothing to suggest that there's a licensing agreement between the two companies. Apparently, there's over 25,000 DBOs, but now they're called FBOs, which is hilarious. Like, they're literally just changing the name of everything and that's it. It's not different, which is wild. Like, y'all, a turd by any other name is still just as smelly. Like, it's still poo. So someone asked, will Finmore send out emails to all of our community FBOs and FMs to communicate all the products are still available to them moving forward? And someone said, yes, absolutely. So as we've said before, there aren't cards. There are still no cards. Again, you're selling something that does not exist. It is wild, absolutely wild. In one of my last videos on this, I included a video from this guy, Vince, who has a YouTube channel where he's very like numbers, cut and dry, black and white, not very culty when it comes to network marketing. So I even commented on his video and I was like, I appreciate how you are calling out the BS with this company. And he's in Tranzact cards. So let's watch a little bit of his video and see like what he has to say about it. Last time we also talked about how there was going to be an in-person event in Raleigh, North Carolina, which is just like, of all places to, I don't know. I just feel like of all places to have one, why Raleigh? Like, that just seems so strange. Also, this comment that I left on this other guy's YouTube page, I told y'all that I also emailed him. And if he answered me, that I would get back to you and like let you know what he said. He did email me back, and it's not great. We are playing this at 1.5 speed because we don't have time.
I'm going to go over the event in Raleigh, North Carolina. I was there with a buddy of mine, my buddy James, a good friend of mine, a business partner. It's funny because some people that live in Raleigh 5 minutes away won't show up to the event, but yet there were people there that flew in from California. There was a lot of energy in the room. There were a lot of people in the room. Corporate was there. Some leaders were there. Eric Gown's a friend of mine. In my opinion, one of the better leaders I've come across in the network marketing space. I was good to see him, good to see some of the other leaders. It was run very well. A lot of friendly people, a good energy, good vibe all throughout. The event was good. I just want to go over the timeline, and I will have another update after February 1st, which is just in a couple days, actually. That's when we're getting new news. It's been a lot of the hurry up and wait with Tranzact card. They say that when you change the way you look at things, the things that you look at change. So it depends. You get in and stay in where you fit in. Let's just say you showed the business to someone, or someone got started in the business.
Isn't that interesting what he just said? When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. If that isn't a perfect description of brainwashing and undue influence and just having like a veil over your eyes, like, it's crazy.
Get in and stay in where you fit in. Let's just say you showed the business to someone, or someone got started in the business, let's just say in May, June, July, or it could be last week. Let's call it a 1. When someone gets in, they see it and they say, hey, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen. I can't believe it. This is incredible. I'm all in. I'm going to tell everyone I know. I'm going to build a list. I'm going to call people. I'm going to start having Zooms. I'm going to post it all over social media. I'm in. I'm planting my flag. That's it. I'm all in. So that's a number 1. If you get in at that point, you get in, and that's your choice, right? The next is a number 2. Now, a number 2 is when you get started. I got started in May.
Like he said, there's been like watch and wait regarding the like big news they're supposed to have on February 1st. Now, this information was dropped February 1st. However, they said that they were supposed to have a new bank partner February 1st. They said they were supposed to have new cards February 1st. And apparently they don't yet. So it's wild. So now it's just that they are changing the name. It's so crazy. Like, do they not think that the banking partners would look into this and be able to actually like do research before they decide to partner with them? Like, this is wild. So that's one reason I won't stop talking about this, and why I'm happy other people aren't going to stop talking about it either. How funny is that? Let's try to get them to change their names like 7 times. I also would rather just this company shut down, because in my opinion, it's a scam. So I don't want people to keep wasting their money. However, this is hilarious.
I got started in May or June. I was in number 2. I said, wow, this looks really great. If they can pull this off, this may be one of the better opportunities, if not the best opportunity, as cheesy as that sounds. This might be the best business model I've ever seen. And a lot of people have said that, because obviously if you can get paid on when people spend money that they're going to spend anyway on things, food, clothing, and shelter and energy costs that they're going to do. In
theory, sure, it's a great idea. In practice, it's not really feasible. It's like a lot of forms of government. It reminds me of that one scene in The Office where they're having like a little small business like seminar thing, and one of the guys is like, yeah, my business idea is that like processing fees, like every time you use your card, I make like a certain amount of money. Was this entire company just started because someone's a huge fan of The Office and they were like, oh my gosh, Z-Bucks or Shroot-Bucks? Wow, I want Z-Bucks. Or, oh my gosh, I want to make money off of everyone's transactions. Like, what?
then it's a great opportunity if you can get paid residual on that. So number two is someone who sees the plan. However, I'm not going to go all in and tell everyone. I will maybe tell a few people that I know, like, and trust, people that I've been involved in business with. I'm not going all in. I'm not building a list. I'm not telling my neighbors, friends, and relatives, but I will tell a few select people, right? So that was where I was, had a few meetings. I enrolled about 15 people. And some of those people came in as number 1, 2, 3, or 4, right? And I'm gonna get into those numbers. So again, it's like, where do you come in? Number 3 is someone who says, all right, I'm in, I get it, I see it. Call me when it all works, or I'll kind of watch. Number 4 is someone who says, it looks really good, I'm not getting in, but call me if it works because it looks really, I get it. Number 5 is, that's a pyramid scheme, I hate it, don't tell me anything about it, I'm out. The thing with network marketing too is, people get so emotional, and I understand, I've been doing this for 15 years. You can get emotional about people who say no, and it's a scam, it's a pyramid, all the naysayers and the negative people. After a while, you just become a machine and understand people are people, and that's just how it goes. So you get in where you fit in, you get in where you feel comfortable, if you even get in at all. There are people that may watch this. There are people that hate Tranzact cards so much that they will make YouTube videos. You name the company, any MLM out there, any network marketing business out there, there's people that are negative about everything. You name it. You could put Gandhi. That Gandhi guy, what a son of a bitch.
Here's the thing. I'm not going to say, wow, Gandhi was a son of a bitch. Or is. He's dead, right? He was assassinated. Didn't he like not eat? Don't not eat. That's stupid. Anyways, also, y'all know that Mother Teresa was like super crazy apparently. That's all, like, that's insane. Also, y'all know Coco Chanel was like a Nazi spy. Listen, the more you know, shooting star. For how like clearly like no you can tell that this guy is. It's very interesting that the network marketing industry, he says he's been doing it for like 20 years or something like that. And that it clearly has had like such a hold on him that even though he's like, you know, not filtered, no BS, very blunt, like you can tell just from his personality, I feel like, right? Just one of those type of guys. However, he still will see, and if anyone, you know, disagrees with network marketing or, you know, makes a video about it, like clearly it's just negative and like they just hate it. But it's like, bud, there's a reason why. Come on. Also, now whenever people are just gonna call me a hater, I'm just gonna say yes, and I get paid to do it. Like, I'm a professional hater. Think of the context. Like, yeah, I hate scammers. So yes, I'm a hater.
There's a lot of content negativity about Tranzact card. Behind MLM is notorious for this. If you're in a network marketing business that's 48 hours old, there's negativity on the internet and behind MLM about it. So that's just how it is.
Not the shout out to Oz of Behind MLM. Y'all can, if you have any extra moolahs that could go towards, you know, be doing a monthly contribution to Behind MLM or any other type of independent journalism, please consider doing so. Independent journalists, I don't want to like call myself a journalist, but I mean like technically kind of. It is, you know, at risk of being silenced. And in this day and age, we need independent journalism a lot, okay? Especially when it comes to this type of content, this type of, like, you know, informative educational stuff. So if you're able to, if you can't, that's fine. Don't worry. It's okay. Don't put yourself in a bind. I will get mad at you if you do. But for instance, I know I've said it before, I'm a monthly contributor to them. It's just like, what? It's like $20 a month, I think is what I give. So consider that if you want to. That is a great way to be able to support the like anti-MLM or anti-scam movement. And I think that is very informative and a great way to do so if you want to.
Internet and behind MLM about it. So that's just how it is. And that's just life in general. Outside of networking, inside of networking, you name it, turn on a television, it's bad news, negativity sells, and that's just it. So where does Tranzact come? Where is it going?
You know, negative news or whatever, performing better in terms of like clicks and stuff. Sure. However, think about it. You're more emotionally inclined to leave a bad review than to leave a positive review, or to leave a mean comment or a bad comment, negative comment, whatever, an opposing comment instead of something that is going to be in favor of whatever you're watching, visited, listened to, any of that. So just keep that in mind.
May, June, July, up until I think August. This was the Tranzact card opportunity. You can look back at some overviews and see what the overview mentioned. Back then, you would get started. If you saw an overview, you would say, hey, wow, that looks great, I'm in. You sign up, you go in your back office, you do a KYC, facial recognition, and KYC, know your customer, show front and back of like a driver's license. They know who you are, just like you would in a bank. And the card is on its way in the mail. You have the 16 digits of the card that's on its way. So you can actually make online purchases until it gets to your house, right? So the card's on its way. My questions were, can I hold the card? It's a Visa card. So when you saw the presentation, it was, oh, Visa card, yeah, Visa. And a lot of people say, well, Visa put their name on it, it's gotta be good. Visa card, FDIC insured, you can withdraw money, you can deposit money into the account.
Visa isn't like the card isn't FDI insured from what because Visa isn't a bank, it's a processor, right? Wigum, you gotta stop. Oh my God, y'all have to see what he looks like right now. That is amazing. Real comfy over there in the comfy corner. Visa is a digital payments company providing transactions between consumers and merchants and banks and other financial institutions. The company's data processing operations generate the largest portion of revenue. So it's a payment processor, basically, is what it is, kind of. Yeah, so like the card itself, and Visa isn't a bank, so it wouldn't be FDI insured.
You could take the card that you receive, you can spend it on goods and services. You go to Costco, you go to lunch, you put it in your bill pay, you put it in your Netflix, your electric bill, your homeowners association, whatever it is.
Buddy, we know how cards work.
Visa cards or whatever you want to spend, you spend. So that was available when we got started. So it became an easy conversation. You'd whip it out and say, hey, check out this Visa card. I get these things called Z-Bucks. So we'd use the card, you would get Z-Bucks, would show up in the back office within 48 hours. So if you spent $100 on gas and coffee, you would get $100 in Z-Bucks. Those Z-Bucks you can use in the e-commerce ecosystem of Tranzact card. Now, at the time, there were only flash sales. So if a flash sale popped up, you can get it. Now, I wasn't necessarily sitting around the computer waiting for a flash sale. I was accumulating Z-Bucks saying, hey, I can ultimately use these. The word was that come November at the launch, you will have a complete e-commerce site. On the presentations, we saw brands that were supposed to drop ship these products when you purchase them using Z-Bucks. Brands like Nike, DeWalt. So you say to yourself, well, if I'm using $3,000 a month on a debit card, getting back 3,000 to 6,000 Z-Bucks over the course of a year, even for a customer, having 36,000 Z-Bucks, even if they're 30 cents on a dollar, that's like having $10,000 that you can use in e-commerce, right? At the end of a calendar year. I mean, for a person, that's like saying, wow, I can use those to buy diapers or home goods or these other things. You're saying that is an incredible opportunity. And conceptually, it is. It's conceptually the greatest opportunity ever. Is it not? Visa card, FDIC insured. So that was all available.
It's not a bank. It's not FDI insured. Like they say multiple times. I do like that he is actually saying like conceptually, in theory, like it was a good idea. But then like, buddy, how can you sit here and then still, after all this, after you've seen it not work and not work and not work and not work, how can you still be there? Like what, like, does Tranzact card or Finmore have like beer flavored nipples? What are you doing? Why are you so like on it?
Now I'm going to refer some people. I'm going to tell this friend, this friend, this friend. And when they get started, they get the card, they use the card. They're as happy as I was. But will I actually get paid on those swipes? So the first month I got paid on, I don't know, 15 people's swipes. The next month it was like, 60 people's swipes because it geometrically progresses like it does in network marketing. And we didn't even go crazy. None of us did. But I'm saying, holy crap, yes. So the answer was yes, you're getting paid on swipes from a bank. So it was like, this is going to be enormous. I would walk with my wife and I would say, listen, I'm excited about launch because this is going to be the biggest thing we've ever done. For a professional network marketer, it looks like an opportunity to make 7+ figures a month in passive income, 500,000 a month, like big money, right? 50,000 a month, big money. So it also was, as a DBO, if you pay $495 to be a franchise owner, because it was pitched that you'd be a franchisee.
It's not a franchise. I do like that he just said it was pitched that you would be a franchisee. Like, buddy, Vinny. I don't know why like I'm cheering so hard for this guy. I don't know. I think I like him. I like him. I like Vinny. Vinny, if you're watching this, the f*** are you doing? Get it together. You're better than this. You're cooler than this. Get out of network marketing. You know how to do normal sales. You're clearly good at it. Come on, get it together.
And if you sponsored 3 DBOs, you get a $500 rebate. So the pitch or the comp plan was, or revenue, it's called revenue plan was, pay $495, get 3 people, get $500. So that was the thing. How do you get your money back? You sponsor 3 people, get $500. There was also a manager grant. So every time you pop a manager, someone that gets 3 people in your organization, you get $50. Help someone get 3 because you want to assist people. That's what the business model of networking is. You assist someone to get 3 people, they get 500, you get 50, and everyone gets 50. So it's duplicating. People were making very serious money just on the manager grants. So for me, I have a background in energy deregulation, right? And building businesses. So I understand a compensation plan like Excel Communications, Ambit Energy, things like that, where you have these coded bonuses that pop up and you can make very serious money on the front end with the construction or the construct of the network. So just by building the network out before the swipes actually catch up, you can build a very significant business. It pays you to pay in depth. It pays you for the right activities, the way it was presented and the way it originally was. So there's all of that. And then all of a sudden in August, what happened was the banking stopped. You could no longer get a Tranzact card. So banking was out. And the new thing was from corporate was banking is coming. We're looking at new banks. Great. So it was kind of a, it was like all of a sudden the plan, like if you showed the presentation and someone said, yes, okay, I'm ready. How do I get my card? You would say, well, you can't get a card. We had the card. So now all of a sudden there's another story you have to come up with. You had the card, you just can't get it now, but yet it's coming. So people are pitching their friends, family, or prospects and candidates on a business, and they're using the word of the company, and the company saying, yes, we're going to provide new banks. So that was a little bit more of a challenge, obviously, for people to show a presentation and say, all right, I'm ready to get started. Well, you can't have the product. That's like showing, hey, I have this incredible protein shake. It's going to help you lose weight. Wow, I want to lose weight. I'm in. Okay, good. You can't have the shakes. Okay, but they're coming. All right, so there's people kind of like, okay, call me. So a lot of people became reluctant. So August, September, now we're waiting for launch. I'm booked and locked for launch. I'm flying to Vegas. And come Vegas, the launch, listen, I just say it like it is. The launch was a flop. What happened was there was no banks. And so they opened up this Z Club, but it was much less than desirable. Like, and I understand. So we'll give you that. Like Amazon started with books. We know the pitch, but there's no drop shipping. Like people ordered some Pampers diapers and they were out of stock. Like you don't go to Amazon. How's Pampers themselves out of stock? So it comes into question, are you drop shipping it or are we not drop shipping it? So with a business that started in May, June, July that had a lot of questions anyway, now it's just a can of worms of more questions. So a lot of the people that were ones, I'm all in, I'm not doing anything else, they may have dropped to twos. And the twos that said, I get it, I see it, I'm going to tell a few people, they became threes to say, I'm in, I'm just going to wait and see. So it became kind of the hurry up and wait game where it's like, all right, it didn't happen, but make sure you get on Wednesday's call. All right, that didn't happen, make sure you, and then it became like, get on this call because everyone's going to want to get on the call. They get on the call and they speak about a new hire. Of course, you want good people running the business. Of course you do. I'm not like, oh, I love you and this is the family. I'm not into that crap. I'm into business. Like, does the business work? I was also in the mortgage business. It wasn't like, oh, we love you guys. Everyone's like, what are you talking about?
This man knows about profit and loss statements. Let me tell you what. I think that's why I sound like I have a crush on him. Vinny, I don't. I'm just cheering for you, boo. Like, I want you to do good. And I think it's because I kept hearing him say things like this, where he's like, profit and loss statements and revenue. And I don't like how he said it right here. He even said it before in the last video we watched with him in it, where he was like, I don't care about like, oh, we're family, blah, blah, blah. He's like, I don't care about that. Show me numbers, show me that it works, show me the business side, all that. But the thing is, it's like, buddy, you've seen that it keeps getting pushed back, and it's not working. Like, what are you doing? It's so frustrating.
Guidelines of this loan, right? And so it comes down to math. So I kind of unplugged. Listen, I run multiple businesses anyway. I have multiple affiliate businesses that I run. Most people do, particularly now more than ever. So come February, there's supposed to be new residuals. All right, one thing that was announced was there's no longer $50 a month and there's no longer any type of commissions fee. So that's a good thing. So what's great about that is if you're in, you're in. You can't even leave. You know what I mean? So for me, I didn't build a big team.
What is this, North Korea? What are you talking about? You can't leave.
You know, I built a team of friends, and some of those friends are more in than I am. And if you're on my team, I'm only going to be honest and let you know where I am. I'm not out, because I had another video I did, and some people called their upline, people in my organization, friends, and said, "Is Vin out? Did he leave?" I'm not out. I didn't leave. You can't leave. Like, I'm in. What am I going to do? That's not like I'm getting charged monthly to stay. I'm in, and there it is. By their fruits, you will know them. So I'll lastly say this. There's some core beliefs in any business you believe, and pretty much anything you do, but particularly in network marketing, there are core beliefs. It's product, company, industry, leadership, and self. So the product, do I believe in the product? Well, there is no product. They're launching the Evermore product. Basically, it's $4.95 for a customer to pay monthly, and they're going to be able to use their American Express, their Visa, their whatever cards they already have, and the payout into the compensation plan is 30 cents per customer. So if you have 1,000 customers, you're going to make $300. So you're not getting paid on swipes, you're getting paid on the customers. So that's good. If you build out a huge organization, and if there's a lot of value for the consumer, it all comes down to the value, right? What it boils down into it's one currency for another currency. And is the currency valuable or not valuable? Like, can the Z-Bucks buy good products at a good price or not? So that's what it really comes down to. So product, what's the product? What's your belief in the product? Right now, there really isn't a product. So the belief's got to be fairly low to none, right? So you can't believe in a product that doesn't exist. And I'm not being negative. I'm just saying that it's a startup. It's a startup company. Startups are great, but some startups don't get off the ground. It's just how it is, right? And that's not exclusive to network marketing. So product belief, that's up to you. You could believe in the product. Like, your belief could be a 10. I believe in the product. The next is the company. What's your belief in the company? I'll say you've got to show me, not tell me. Is there belief in the company? No. But I don't say that in a mean way. It's like saying, when my 14-year-old son says, "Dad, I'm really going to clean my room," do I believe him? No. Why would I believe my son when he tells me he's going to clean his room when he never cleans his room? So do I love him more than anything in the world? There's nothing more that I love than that boy, all my sons and my wife. So yeah, I love him more than anything. More than anything. Do I believe him that he's going to clean his room? Absolutely not. His oldest brother, my oldest son, of my 4 sons, he's 20. When he was 14, he was the same way. I would say, Dad, I'm going to clean my room. Yeah, I'll believe you. Now, I believe him. It doesn't even come up because he always cleans his room. His room is clean. So it's like a growing up process, right? That doesn't mean you don't love your children. It doesn't mean I dislike the company. I happen to like them. They're all very nice people. They seem very nice. So the product in this company. Then there's leadership. Do I believe in the leadership in the field? I got to say, the leadership in the field, some of the best that I've seen, and I think I'm a fairly good judge of character. They show the plan very well.
In the field, meaning not the corporate side, meaning the other DBOs, the other reps. I'm assuming that's what he means.
They seem like integral people. And so do I believe in the leadership? Absolutely. I definitely do. The next is the industry of network marketing. I believe in it because we've made it work for years. And so I've been full-time in networking. It's not been full-time. I don't think you can be full-time in network marketing. People say to me, "Are you busy?" I'm like, not really. Not at all. Like, if you're watching this video, I'm doing something else. This isn't even live. So do I believe in the industry? Yes, absolutely. More people are flocking to this business and this industry of home-based business because of what's going on in the world right now. You have an asshat for a president. He's not even a president. The guy's wearing diapers, for God's sakes. He doesn't even know what planet he's on. So it's like, the whole, everything. I mean, everything. Don't even get me started. You got forklifts lifting up the barbed wire at the border to assist with an invasion. So the whole world is nuts. The value of the dollar is plummeting. Big education has got men dressed in dresses coming to talk to 5-year-olds, right? That's nuts.
Benny, I liked you. I liked you for a second. You bamboozled me. You're not going to talk about drag queens like that. Listen, I agree our president sucks, but guess what? All of the other options blow as well, okay? They're all incompetent. We're all doomed and we're all going to die. The economy is crazy, and it probably always will be because of inflation and greed and the never-ending cycle of capitalism. Men dressed up in dresses talking to kids. What are you talking about? I don't like you anymore. I hope you lose all your money in this.
Hey, look what I got. So it's like big pharmaceutical, big education, big government, big banking, right? You trust the banks? The banks are loan sharks. That's what credit cards are. This is why people want to make money to get out of financial bondage. It's loan sharking. Where I grew up, they had loan sharks. It was like Mario's going to hit you with a hammer if you don't give him his money. Now it's like Hobby is going to sue you. And so it's like, big banking, it's big and it's insane. So the industry, people are flocking to it. And it's like they have less trust in what they've been told and taught over the last 50 or so years. People saying, I think they may have been lying to us. Anyway, I digress. So do I believe in the industry? Yes.
It's crazy that he's like, oh, we don't believe in the government, whatever, because they've been lying to us. Like, they're not telling us the truth. What about the company that you're signed up with? They haven't been telling you the truth. Like,
and I believe myself 110%. That I can say it's a 10. It's a 10, and it's, and I'm getting better. Like the great Jim Rohn says, getting better. You're getting better. So that's my rant on my update from Raleigh. Right, Raleigh was very nice. The parking attendant was a good guy. Gave me his spot. The breakfast buffet, which was, like I said, lovely. I said, "Where's the bacon? You got any bacon?" The guy came out with a big tray of bacon. I'm like, "Give me the whole tray." I ate the bacon. I had a lot, and I had already had breakfast. I'm just like eating like this. And so next was the event. It was lovely. All right, good music. All right. I don't dance on chairs. Sorry. I dance on the coffee table for my wife. And for the guys out there, the dudes, if you're going to twerk for your wife, make sure you stretch because you might pull a hammy. All right. So anyway, if you need anything, if you want help with lead generation or any of that stuff, I broke through in 2023. For years, I've been looking to develop customized systems for my network marketing business, customization and automation. I finally figured it out. What a pain in the rump roast that was for 10 years. So I got that done. So if you need help with that or anything, just let me know. Stay tuned. I'll have another video for beyond the launch. Beyond whatever information comes out next, I'll do content on that.
Well, can't wait to see next video what he says. Hopefully he talks about drag queens more. I love that. So as you can see, this company is still putting out promises, and they can't deliver. They don't deliver with it. It's pretty wild and unfortunate. And people are still believing what they're putting out. That is truly wild. Now, the email that I showed y'all that I had sent this guy who's like obsessed with the Tranzact card and like will not get out of it. Here is the printout of that. Let me see if that is a PDF so that he can show it. Have the card or bank announcements been made yet? Guess what? They still haven't. And also everything I put on my face, everything I'm using, whatever, link down below, you get it, and my outfit. He said, no, there have been no cards passed out yet, and bank accounts are still in the works. Getting the government's KYC process has been more daunting than anticipated. I wonder why. I then asked, you previously stated the following people will be promoting the company: Taylor Swift, Lady Gaga, Donald Trump, and Barack Obama. Are you still believing this to be true? And do you have any updates on this? He said, there will be a wide variety of influential people using their influence to promote Tranzact card when the company gets to that point. The names above, with the exception of Taylor, are names the company had released to us many months ago. I have not personally seen or heard any updates on this. It's like, buddy, are you reading this back? Like, what? Obviously, those people are not going to be promoting that. Like, Robert, what are you doing? Truly wild. Like, it's like these people didn't read the fine print. And maybe I wouldn't have either, but it's like they didn't read the fine print of the bottom of the website where it's like, hey, guess what? Like, this is all hopeful. This is all potential. This is all hypothetical on their website. Like, what type of website has that at the bottom of their website? Crazy. What kind of company has that at the bottom of their website? Bangor Bank has said that they are not affiliated or partnered with Tranzact card. Do you have any insights on this? He says, as I am not with corporate, I can only go by what is released by the company. In my opinion, they will wait until the very last minute to make any major bank announcements. When's the last minute? The co-founder, previous CEO, Richard Smith, has a history of starting failed MLM companies. And back in 2010, he was criminally whatever. I said, why would you want to work for a company started by someone with this reputation? He said, I do not work for Tranzact card. I own my own digital branch office. Hey, Roberto, no, you don't. Due to the negative feedback surrounding Richard, he has stepped down from his position for the good of the company. He still owns the company. He's still on the board of executors and all that. We will never know all the facts about Richard's past. Yeah, we do. Look it up. So to speculate on the future is just not the right thing to do. I'd say the past is a pretty good indicator of the future unless someone has, or an entity has, change their actions to prove that wrong. None of us are perfect humans, and we all make mistakes from time to time. It is what we learn from those mistakes and how we do better that matters. I would say Richard didn't learn better. He didn't do better. He's doing the same. defrauding people out of millions of dollars and starting 2 Ponzi schemes and then continuing to start other Ponzi schemes. Those aren't mistakes, buddy. That's intentional. And then my next question was, you said no revenue is being generated by card swipes because there's no cards. Meaning revenue would be only generated by recruiting people to sign up as DBOs under you and having them rank up below you by recruiting people below them. Are you confirming that the only money right now is being made by recruiting only? He said, the only thing I can confirm is my personal experience to date. I personally have not made any money in the past 8 months. I have, however, had my initial investment returned to me by ranking up to manager in the correct amount of time. Yikes. So you're doing all this for free? You said you have only broken even since joining in June. How can you claim this is such a great opportunity if you have not made a profit in over 6 months? It isn't currently about the money I have made to date. It is more about where I see this company going in the future, which seems like that's what good old homophobic, drag-phobic Vinny, in my opinion. What they are trying to accomplish is a major undertaking, breaking into the banking industry and merging it with an e-commerce platform. Chase has done it. Apple has done it. Like multiple other companies have done it. You're wrong. And this is something no one has been successfully able to do. That's false. I buy stuff through the Chase like marketplace thing all the time through my like rewards part of it. And then for Apple too. Apple gives you can convert your cash, like your cash back with Apple is like it's Apple Cash. And then you can just transfer that to your bank. Like, and that's actually through Goldman Sachs. Like that's hello. Ain't no Bangor Bank. No offense to Bangor Bank. I know a lot of you had commented and been like, oh my God, I have a Bangor bank account. And a bunch of you were like, oh, thanks for pronouncing it correctly. I was like, I didn't know there's another way. I said, how many people have you had to recruit or helped others recruit to be placed under you? How many people have joined under you since you joined under you and then quit and left since June? He said, I have recruited 6 DBOs and 14 Tranzact card members, and every single one of them is still on board waiting for everything to break free. Wow, almost a year later. Talk about delusion. He said, I know there is a lot of controversy surrounding this opportunity right now, but everything the company told me since the beginning, they have either followed through on or are in the process of following through. No, that's not true. They said that they were going to officially launch by a certain time. They said that they were going to officially launch again. They said that they had a partner called Bangor Bank. They said that they had a bunch of other partners. They said that the cards were FDIC insured. That's not how banking or cards work, but okay. They have said that all these people are going to promote the company. Wrong. No. They have said that they weren't doing drop shipping, but then also they said that they were. Wrong again. They said that a bunch of other stuff like diapers and like all these other things were going to be available in the Z Club. Wrong. Buddy, come on, like you deserve better. And he said, I do believe that someday in the near future, we will all be rewarded for our patience and seeing the vision of the future. Thank you for reaching out and feel free anytime. Robert Guthrie. Robert, you are a sweet, sweet man. For the love of God, get out of this financial cult. They are lying to you. They are taking advantage of you. And they've probably sold off your information. Actually, guess what? They already did that because they have now rebranded into Finmore. You deserve better, buddy. Get out of it. All of you do. Please get out of this company. In my opinion, it's a scam. Look at the writing on the wall. Look at all the things that they promised and have not happened. That is it for this video. If you would like more information, go look at Behind MLM. He puts up amazing information. And I know I personally really appreciate him. And again, just to reiterate, this is the exact same thing that has happened with the last few companies that Richard Smith started. He started one and then rebranded it to another before that company even launched. Same thing happened here. And then he did another one, made all these promises, and then did it then rebranded. And it's like, what are you doing? And then he merged with another company and then sold another one. And it's like, sir, straight to jail. And not a white collar one, like a spooky, scary one, straight to Azkaban. I hope you have a great rest of your day. As always, with these Tranzact card videos, make sure you look in the comments after a day or two and check out, it might take a week, who knows, but check out how crazy all these people are, how delusional they are, show them facts, link them information, try to talk them through it, try to walk them to the point. It's really important to do that. And yeah, I appreciate you. Your butt looks great. Did you get a haircut? Because you look fabulous. Your feelings are valid. Keep those boundaries up. Remain assertive. Don't make me get over there and shake you with consent. Anyways, I'll see you in my next video. Goodbye.